Right, hi guys, welcome back. As you can see, I've took the tape off and the clamp, and you can see there is a bit of a gap. But I'm not worried about that because I'm going to fill it in up to there, because I don't need to fill that section in because you're not going to see it once the air brakes are on. Also, on the front as well, I'm going to have to put a bit of putty in there and fill that in as well. But not too bad, not as bad as I first thought, because you can see that I've got some putty in on that side up to that section there again, because I won't have to fill that in because you ain't going to see it anyway. So that's where I'm sitting at the moment. Stay with me. Right, welcome back guys. As you can see, I've now sanded down the putty. It's looking real good. Not bad at all. Looks like from when you sand down something on your car bonnet. I've actually took some of the paint off where I'd originally painted, but not looking too bad. So it is now ready for paint. Stay with me. Right, welcome back guys. Now as you can see, I've painted over where I put the putty in. Now it's not the most perfect job ever. I haven't sanded it down as smooth as I hoped, but I'm actually quite liking the effect, because as you know, the Podracers are like built from junk parts. So if you look at that there, it actually looks like it's been welded, and I'm glad the effect that's come out. Also on that side as well, it does look like it's been welded on. The front's filled in nicely as well, nice and smooth. The back, again, I sanded that down and that's gone nice and smooth. So even though I didn't make a good job of the sanding, I'm actually quite chuffed on that effect. Stay with me. Alright, welcome back guys. As you can see, I've done a bit of construction. I've put the air brakes on, as you can see. Now I haven't ran the glue all the way around. I've just put glue in the mounting holes underneath there. Like I said, I've done that both sides, as you can see. I've also done the detailing underneath. You got that panel there, then you got the rod which goes over that, which is plugged in there, and on the other side as well. Those are all painted as well. Then I put the dash console in. I've still got to detail it, but I'll do that later. And then you got these two fins here. Those are glued in as well, and painted. And now she's all ready for decaling. Once the decaling's done, I'll probably do the rest of the detailing on the dashboard and then put the extra few parts in, because some of the parts that I've got to put in actually sit on top of the decals. So that's where I'm sitting. Stay with me. Welcome back guys. As you can see, I've done the decaling on the pod now. As you can tell by the tone of my voice, I'm not very impressed with these decals. Now, because this model kit was made in '99, the decals are very stiff when putting them on. And even though I've got Microset and Microsol on these decals, because I started these first and then moved my way around, these decals, even though they've got Microset and Microsol, they still bloody move. Also in the middle there, you can see I'm going to have to touch them up with my blue paint. Right, now a little tip for you. This decal and this decal, you start with number 1. Sorry, 2 and 8. So you've got 2 and 8. Put those on first, and then 1 and 7. These little symbols here actually overlap that decal. So 2 and 8 start first, then overlap 1 and 7. So a little tip for you. Right, now these decals were a bit of a pain in the arse when it comes to folding them underneath, because you can see they don't meet. So again, once these decals have dried, I'm going to have to get my blue paint and match those up. On the back here as well, they're not the straightest ever, but it'll do. that decal there, number 13, got it to sit on fine, but there's actually a little like egg-shaped raised section here. A Microset Microsol has been working, but it's not sucked it right in. I'm having to like reapply. I had to reapply it 3 or 4 times now, and it's still creasing around that little egg-shaped section there. These decals here, which are number 14, that's 14 and that's 14. Pain in the arse getting over the step here. Then bringing it round, I've had to fold it underneath that lip. So when that dries, I'm going to have to paint that in silver. Decals number 12 and number 6, which are these, with these little yellow A's. You can see that's slightly raised because I tried to cut it there, but it brought the decal up because these decals, again, they're stiff, so I'm going to have to wait for that to dry, and hopefully once it's dried out I might be able to get my knife and cut that out and fold it round. Also, there's supposed to be decals here and here, which are 16 and 17 respectively, but again I had a problem with that stepping section there, and it actually overlaps that. I tried to cut it, but it wouldn't have it, so I'm just going to paint that in the blue, and hopefully it'll probably be a shade darker than the decals, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not really that bothered, because like I said, with these decals I'm very pissed off with them indeed. Because as I said, even though the Microset and the Microsol's been down a while, they're still movable. So let's just see what happens when the decals dry in 24 hours. Stay with me. Right guys, welcome back. Now as you can see, I've let the decals dry for 24 hours. I've also painted there and there in blue mixed in with a bit of white, and it's gone down really well. It's not 100% match, but it's bloody close. I've also topped up there, as you can see, down that spine. Let's turn this over. You can also see I've topped up there as well where those didn't meet. You can also see that round that egg-shaped raised section, again 24 hours later, it's gone down, sucked it right into the plastic. Also, I got my knife because the decals are dried, so I'd gone slit and then put some Microset and Microsol on there, so they have sucked in. Also underneath here, again with a knife, slit and slit, and they've gone down perfect. Underneath there, I've painted in silver. If I can get my fat finger out of the way, there you go. I've also sealed it with the Humbrol matte coat to take the shine off it. Sealed real nice. I've also done a bit of construction as well. I've put the support arms in for the engine fuel lines. Glued those in real nice, and they've dried now. But that is where I'm sitting. 24 hours later, dried real nice. Stay with me. Hey guys, welcome back. As you can see, the pod is all done now, barring a few detailing bits I've got to do. You can see that I've put the secondary arms on now that support the fuel lines. They're both glued in. I've also used with my wash on there as well. The Anakin figure's also glued in as well. His right hand is not quite, his left hand, sorry, is not quite touching the control sticks, but I'm not bothered about that. You can also see the aerials are now glued in, very easy to put in the transmission dishes. Now the major issue that I had was with the windscreen. I thought it would be a hard plastic canopy like on, say, the Battlestar Vipers, but it weren't. It was like this sort of flimsy plastic. This is just a backup just in case you screw it up. Basically, inside there's a little slot and a little square tab coming from the bottom of that flimsy canopy. You push that in. Now I tried to use micro crystal clear to glue all the way around. It wouldn't stick. It wouldn't stay there at all. I tried normal model glue. It wouldn't have it. So I had to wipe it all off and use super glue, unfortunately. Now you can see that I've super glued it there. I super glued it there and super glued it all the way around. But it sent the clear canopy, well, windscreen, all dusty and misty as super glue does. So with my brush and some of my Earthshade wash, I got underneath. It cleaned out all the dust and the fogginess. So you use the wash on the inside and the outside as well. I've retouched up these in the blue mixed in with the white, and I can happily say it looks really, really nice. Way better than it was yesterday with all that bloody super glue residue dried and making it really misty. Now I can finally start work on the rest of the model, mainly the engines. Stay with me.